Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing my version of an eye tutorial. Hopefully this helps you if you're learning how to draw eyes. I'll be using the Faber-Castell 5-piece graphite pencil set. I am also not sponsored. This includes the 2H, HB, B, 4B, and 6B pencils. For this video, I'll be using the HB, which is my personal favorite because it's a lighter pencil and easily erasable compared to the other pencils. And I will also be using the 6B to bring out the details and contrast of the eyes because it's the darkest one and I feel like it's the best for that. I will also be using my Mono Zero eraser utensil and my kneaded eraser for this tutorial. Okay. To begin, we will be doing 4 different positions of a pair of eyes, one pair looking forward at us, the second looking to the side, and the third looking downward, and last, a pair looking upwards at us. First, what we want to do is create a circle. This represents your eyeball. We want to create both eyes, but as you can see, I am creating 3 circles because the distance or general distance between each of the eyeballs is usually another eyeball's distance apart. So once you've created these, you could go ahead and erase the center circle since this is just for spacing. Next, create a center line for your circles horizontally in order to pinpoint the corner of each of your eyes. The eyes will never be perfectly symmetrical because the human face itself is never perfectly symmetrical. So you can say your eyes are shaped more like almonds or the profile of a bird's head. I like to figure out where the bottom and top of the eyelids are before creating the iris and pupil usually, because this also helps me determine the white space on both sides of the iris. When figuring out where to place the eyelids too, like the line, you could go by like quarters in the circle of the eyeball. So since she's looking straight ahead, the top lids are, I guess you could say, a 5th down, and same with the bottom lids. Like they're perfectly above and below the horizontal line we created in the beginning. In the reference, you can see her whole bottom lid is exposed, which is what I'm creating. This is not the case for every drawing of the eye though. The top lid isn't as visible because it's covered by eyelashes. Now you can erase the bottom circle, but keep the top ones because they will help us with the placement of the lid fold above their eye. So this is how I figure out where the iris goes on the eye. In the reference, you can't see the top part of the left iris, so I want to make sure mine is similar. But you can see a little bit of the bottom of that iris above the bottom eyelid. So observing this can help you determine how big your iris needs to be. I also like to adjust the size of the iris based on how much white space of your eyeball is on the left and right side of it. This can also help you figure out if you need to bring the eyelid up a little bit as well. Here, I'm going to just add a suggestion to where the pupils are just to make sure the placement is correct for now, and add the shine that is on top of them a little bit after too. So since your eyelid is technically not 2 separate pieces, like most people usually draw, we can see here that they meet at the corner and curve into each other. Now, as we form the eyelashes, we can see they're not just straight lines just jutting out from the eyeball. They are attached to the middle part of the lid, not the edge. So we will draw them curving upward from that point of the eyelid. Since the reference model is also wearing mascara, her eyelashes are clumping together, which is why they look thicker. If you look in a mirror, you can see that your eyelashes are actually all different sizes, but they range from smaller to larger, working from the inside to outer part of the eyelids. So inner to outer, they'll get larger. Sometimes I don't draw the bottom of the lid. Sometimes I'll define them by just drawing the eyelashes on the bottom, depending on your reference. Just like the top lashes, the bottom ones also curve. Now, using the circle guide from the beginning, I will determine where the actual lid part of your eyeball goes. And now I'm going to add the bridge of the nose between the eyes, just so we can have some form and dimension here. And finally, we'll add details to the iris and the pupil. When sketching the iris details, you don't want to create horizontal or vertical lines. The iris details are always kind of like a sun's rays or flower petals growing outward from the center, or in this case, the pupil. I'm also adding some shading to the eyeball's white space because the eyeball isn't perfectly white, as we know, and in a painting this would be easier for me to show you with shades of blue or off-white or gray, but it helps give the eyeball shape and not look so flat here. Now, basically, you want to repeat everything that was done for the first eye to the second eye. I know I should have started working from left to right, but after years and years growing up, I've just always preferred starting from the right for some reason when it comes to the face. With charcoal pieces, I absolutely start from the left side though of the image and work my way over usually. That way it's easier to not smudge everything. I wanted to take a second before I began the second pair of eyes to show you the difference between these pencils and why I mainly only use the HB and the 6B. So I'm going to create a shade scale for you so it's easier for you to see, but each pencil creates a different value and contrast. I prefer the HB and 6B because they can both create the shades in between without having to switch between a bunch of other pencils here. I especially like using the HB pencil though because it is the least shiny out of all of them when I'm sketching. Now I will go over my initial sketch with the 6B pencil to give it contrast. Alright, let's move on to the second pair of eyes. Just like before, start by sketching 3 circles to establish the proper spacing between the eyes. That part will always stay the same. But here's the key difference. Since these eyes are looking to the right, the eyelids should shift slightly to follow the direction of the iris. This helps keep the eyes looking natural and connected instead of flat or misshapen. So as you can see, the iris is all the way toward the corner of the eye. There's a lot of white space being shown on the eyeball. You can see in the reference the eyelid connection on the corner is exposed. So it's not a perfect angle like the top eyes. It's rounded because the eyeball moves slightly to the right. Since the iris is being seen from an angle, it will not appear like it is perfectly in the center of the iris on the eyeball. It's going to be slightly off. I know the eye looks crazy right now, but when we're done, it will look way better. Always remember to trust your process. I have to tell myself this every single time I start a drawing. If you want to feel free to add the little creases by the corner of the eyes, you can too. It gives it more detail and depth in the eyeball. Now when drawing these eyes looking downward, you want to follow the other steps, but this time you can't see the top fold of the eyelid. The top lid is going to be larger since it's more exposed when looking down. The eyelashes are going to appear smaller because while they are not covering the eyes from looking down at this angle, they are now in line with our point of view, which is why they appear smaller. For these eyes, you can see more of the top part of the iris than the bottom. This allows you to place them correctly. There is also very minimal white space showing in the eyeball too. Part of the highlight on the eyes is also going to be on the upper part of the iris. And the top part of the lids here are going to appear thicker than the other ones because they are more exposed when looking down. For the last pair, we will draw the eyes looking upward. So there's going to be a good amount of white space showing for the eyeball compared to the others. So we want to make sure to place everything correctly here. And I put up the reference for you so you can easily follow along and see. For these eyes, you can see the upper lid's bottom part is more exposed since her eyes are pointed upward. As you can see in the reference, you can see how the eyelashes are actually growing from the middle part of her eyelid, which is how we're going to draw it here. Since her eyes are taking up more space looking up, you can see very little of her lid and more of her eyelashes covering that lid. And after doing our last soft sketch, I'll go over everything in more detail with the 6B pencil. I'm also adding shade to the white part of the eyeball so it gives it more definition. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope this video helped you feel more confident when it comes to drawing eyes, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments if you found this tutorial helpful. Until next time, remember to always be bold, be creative, and most importantly, be you.